Hey all, Hipper here. So again, we are taking out the Hipper today, and this particular battle here is one of my new favorite spawns because obviously this map here is new. It's well, Ice Islands or whatever it's called. I don't like this map in general, but when I get the spawn over here, the sea spawn, then I like it, especially when I am in a brawling cruiser like Hipper or Edinburgh or something like that. Oh, there's almost no better spawn. So first, let's just look at my build here, and super standard, the same build I always run on Hipper with Lucians here as the commander, and it's an agile build, obviously, because that's what I usually run. So Azure Lane Baltimore, Takao, Ingenious, full speed ahead, Velocious, steer clear, and fully packed. So nothing new there at all. And on the ship I have aiming systems, and then I have double rudder. And in the last slot I have the improved reload here. It cost a little bit on traverse, but 3 sonars, 4 planes, and 3 heals because we have fully packed on the ship. So maneuverability, 2.1 rudder and 36 knots. So fast, at least for a Hipper, but not, super fast. Like, I consider cruisers that go 40 plus knots for, fast cruisers. Hipper is, a little, like, above average, I guess. So Hipper does its best work in confined spaces where you can get that turtleback armor to use, and of course get those nice torpedoes into action as well. And what you don't want to do in the ship here is get caught out in the open, in open sea like here, by a carrier, for example. And you can see I am the only one heading towards sea. And I think the problem is here that people spawn a little bit too close to the middle of the map, so they just assume they've spawned at B, they don't even look around. But when in actual fact, like the other 2 guys who spawned over here were supposed to go to sea with me, but they didn't. And of course the carrier is here, so I don't really want to be spotted, so I just purposely hit this piece of ice here to see what the carrier is going to do. If he's not interested in me, maybe he wants to go somewhere else and look for the destroyer, which makes sense. But he looks very interested in me. See the way he's hiding there behind the ice, trying to catch me. But obviously that's not gonna work because I saw him. So he is turning away, and I need to get to the cover over at C cap quickly. And I cannot spend more time out here. It's gonna be too late then. And as you can tell, the Jean Bart here, he's just been waiting for me. So we just use the rudder to, make his salvo useless. And all he did was give away his position, and he's not able to surprise me again from now on. But I am the only ship over on this flank, so I'm going to take a bit of a beating getting into position here because it is a long way. The spawns here aren't very nice. They are very far away from the cover, and it takes a while to get there. And here the carrier gets a little bit of pleasure, I guess. So this Jambard here, he's in a good position. He's trying to keep me from, digging in here at the C cap, which is obviously what I want to do. So all I have to do is just avoid his shots, and then I should be able to get into cover. And then Hipper is in its element, because then I have the advantage here. So right here, right now, that's what you don't want to allow a Hipper to do. Snuggle up to an island like this, because this is where you can play the ship to its maximum, capability. And it doesn't matter that there are other ships here, because there's pretty much no better brawling ship than Hipper. So this Minotaur here, yeah, he has torpedoes, but he's also super squishy, especially up close. And he should be pretty careful about, challenging a Hipper on, a home court like this. Because the whole point of, playing a Hipper in most maps is to get into a position like this where you are preferably in the cap, so you're also capping, and you are keeping the enemies from getting the cap, and sooner or later they're going to have to push in, and that's exactly what you want. And at the same time, here I'm using my sonar to keep them spotted the whole time. So if I had a few more, teammates over here on my flank, which I don't, then they would be able to take pot shots at these guys here pretty much constantly. And as you can see, the carrier is still here, so I pretty much have 1, 2, 3, 4 ships over here by myself. And of course that's good for my team, because it means they'll be able to take A and B relatively unopposed. And I can hold this cap here pretty much as long as I want to. And all I want is for the enemies to, do what I want, and that is to charge me, really. And sooner or later they're going to have to. So this is one way of just simply locking down a flank over here. I mean, there's 3 ships over here, and there's really nothing they can do until one of them, takes one for the team and tries to get rid of the hipper. And obviously that's very, very dangerous. And just gotta make sure we don't run into that line of torpedoes there, but it's obviously like this. I don't think that Minotaur could be any more obvious in the fact that he was firing torpedoes. And we get a very nice hit on the Baltimore here. No citadels though, so we need to get out of the way, because that improved AP on the Baltimore is not something we want to, expose ourselves to more than we absolutely have to. So they still haven't got the cap. It's been more than 5 minutes now, and my team have taken A and B, so it's just a matter of time before these guys over here get crossfired. And the Jean-Bart, he is just, steaming in, and this is exactly what I was waiting for. Because sooner or later, even the smartest player, you're gonna get crossfired if you just stay here without grabbing the cap. And they cannot get into cover, because I already have the cover here. The only thing they can do is sit out in the open and hope that I'm gonna come out, which I'm not, obviously. And there we got a very nice torp hit on the Jean-Bart, and he's gone. So that means there's a Minotaur and a Baltimore around over here yet. And that's like 2 out of the 4 ships left on this map here. So that's why Hipper is just so much fun to play, because if you can get into the position like this, and you saw in the beginning I used the agile build, which is also a speed build on the ship. It goes like 5 or 6 knots faster than a standard Hipper. So it means that you can get into positions like this much faster than you would normally be able to. You could also use your concealment to get into a position like this. I find that more risky though, because you spend more time in the open, and had there been a destroyer over here on this side here, he would have been able to spot me for a long time. While with an agile build, you are faster. It's less like exposing yourself out in the open. So the Minnow is, I don't know, he's making a move for it, because there is only 7.5 minutes left. So, I mean, sooner or later they're going to have to do something. And that was another devastating strike, and that's what you collect in Hipper. So that's pretty much it over here. It's a pretty, fairly standard Hipper approach here, Get into an island in a cap, dig in, and I didn't even get to cap. That was unfortunate. But get into an island, dig in, and play your ship to its strength, because that is the strength of Hipper. So that was it. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you out there.